guys, Sophia here, My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel. Another episode of Getting Things Done. I'm actually competing with the dishwasher. Okay, I have a list, alright? If you remember my video on the Artful Agenda, I have a whole list of things that I want to do for the year. And the end of the year is approaching, and I still have projects I haven't done. So this is what I'm going to do for the next 2 or 3 weeks. In addition to other videos, I'm going to do my little projects, the ones I've been procrastinating forever, for whatever reason, lack of time or just lack of motivation. All right, so if you watched the video from Friday, I did a review on a vacuum cleaner. That's a robot vacuum cleaner. The link is right up here. And we absolutely love it. It's been cleaning the house every night for us at 11 p.m. on the dot. It does a great job. I think it's a great gift, but you know, neither here nor there. I'm not here to sell you a vacuum. I'm here to let you know that despite my best hopes, I thought the vacuum was going to make it to the kitchen, and it did a couple of times, but not consistently. It will go up a rise that is no more than 20 millimeter. Unfortunately for me, my rise is a little bit higher. But it's not just that, it's the issue of the threshold that is too short. So it makes the slope way too difficult for the vacuum cleaner to go to the kitchen. And I really wanted to do the kitchen every night, not just the living room and the dining room, without having to carry it there. So, because, you know, we go to bed. I'm doing what I said I was going to do at the beginning of the year, because the other one that I had, very similar, but now is upstairs, had the same problem. Couldn't make that bump because it's too high and too short of a transition. So I have to replace the threshold, and that's what I'm going to do today. Fair warning, the one I have now is wood, is beautiful. It was custom made by whoever had the house prior to me. I'm going to remove it and put a rubber one. Yes, I live in this house. It doesn't bother me. I really don't have the time to go and get somebody to make a wooden ramp for me. And as I'm looking at the floor, if you remember a couple of years ago, I specifically remember talking about it. As I was cleaning the floor, let me show you, I kept wondering, why is there like a difference in color right here, right? Before you get to the threshold that my vacuum can't climb. Okay, well, it seems to me that the guy who had the house prior to the one who installed this probably had the same system than me. Not because he had a vacuum cleaner, but probably because he needed something. Maybe he had a wheelchair, who knows. So I have to remove this today, clean up the whole area, and I'm going to put in a threshold that's rubber, that is probably this length. So it's going to give it a nice ramp. So this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to remove the nice pretty threshold, and I'm going to replace it with a very unsightly, ugly black rubber one. Yes, I am. I'm going to do that. So I went online and I got this thing here, and it's really heavy. I couldn't find one that was the right size. I need 28 inches for the width of the doorway. And when I looked at them, this one had in the description a whole thing. I think I actually even had a picture that it was really specifically made for vacuum ramps. So clearly I'm not the only one with that problem. This is a kitchen that has been redone. Initially, I believe the kitchen was the same level, and they put an addition to it, and I think that when they did the addition to it, they literally tiled over tile. We're going to find out today. Maybe we'll be able to see it. I doubt it. If we can, that'll be cool. But I have a suspicion that's what they did. They tiled over tile. And so they probably put another subfloor and then tiled over it, which raised the whole kitchen by 2 inches. So yeah, let's open the box. Let's look at this in more detail, and I gotta figure out how I'm going to remove it. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm known for doing all sorts of projects like that around the house. To be honest, I'm very invested in my home. I absolutely love my house, but it does have its downfalls and pitfalls and problems here and there. Let's talk about this one. So there's a big gap here. You see that, right? That's where the system for the door. I had a revolving door for the kitchen, a swing door. That's where it was. So I'm going to assume that they had to do this thing when they placed the door, maybe? I don't know. I really don't know how they did it, but doesn't matter. I got to figure out a way to remove this thing. And once I remove it, we'll be able to see what's going on here. And that's one of the things that I really enjoy doing in the house, is trying to figure out how they did certain things. And I'm telling you, I think this is tile, right, over tile. So let's find out. Okay, so here's my rubber new threshold. There's two things that I'm concerned with regards to this thing. One is the smell. Is it going to smell like tires? Okay, that's number one. It's really heavy. And number two, is this going to leave a black streak after the vacuum goes through it? This is so heavy. Okay, so here it is. And it's a 2-inch right here, which is what I need. And you can see that this is a much longer ramp. And it's rubber, and it's got all the grips. So I'm hoping that the vacuum, well, it's supposed to, is going to be able to climb over this. So listen, I get it, it's ugly, okay? I get it, but that's what I need. And quite frankly, we don't care. All right, so how do I remove this? How did they fix it? Did they, is it nailed in? Oh yeah, I can see right here. They have the nail gun. Okay. Ew! What is these dead bugs? Tons of them. Okay, this is a concrete pour. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to remove this, but what? That's really gross. That's just, all right, so this is a concrete pour, but I can't say there were tiles before, so they, oh, wait. Let me investigate. This is absolutely disgusting. Look, do you see this? Don't go think you don't have that underneath your floor, right? I mean, really, the house is about 100 years old. I can't tell you if they're my bugs or their bugs, okay? I just got to vacuum the whole thing. But anyway, all right, so I got my tiles right here. Then this concrete, and then there's a different type right here. And then there's another concrete slab. So I don't think this is concrete, I think this is tiles. So like I said, I think this is the old tile. They poured concrete over it, like a leveling concrete, and then they put new tiles. I think that's what they did. That's why the floor is 2 inches above the rest of the house. It would make sense. I did not expect this, but you know my channel, I keep it real and I show the ugly side of owning a house. So yeah, I'm glad that this is a straight piece. That means that my rubber piece is going to go straight against it. But I have my work cut out for me just trying to clean all this mess here, because that's really, I don't know what that foam is. I'm assuming some kind of glue. But wow. Okay. Yep, let's clean it up. This was not as bad as I thought it would be. Oh. Yes, I have a tetanus shot. Okay, so it's clean. Well, clean. I didn't wash it yet. I think, oh, no. There's a tiny nail here. Hold on. Okay. I see one right here. Get back in. Yeah, I got all the nails. All right. My concern is that this here is not straight. So it looks like I'm gonna have to chisel a little bit because it's gonna stop the rubber from being flush to it. So next stop is washing everything. Well, maybe I should try to chisel it first, right? Let me do that and then I'll have to wash everything. So it's exactly 2 inches, a little bit under 1.8. Yeah, 1.8. A little bit under 2 inches, about 1.8. Huh. So I just got to measure the door and cut this. Now, let me tell you, this is so heavy. The good thing is that I probably won't have to, I'm not going to glue it to the floor yet, because let's just say it doesn't work. I'm gluing the whole thing and it just doesn't work. Then I got to unglue it. So it's heavy enough that for now I can leave it like this, live with it for a couple of weeks. If it works, perfect. If it doesn't, I can just remove it. And then I'll have to bite the bullet and get a real threshold made out of wood, but can't afford it right now because those things are expensive. So I said I was wondering what this mark here was, right? And you know what? I think that this is where the old threshold used to be. And they put a swing door. And I'm wondering if there wasn't like a regular door. And then the door was more like here. Oh, that needs to get clean. Ignore this. Like the door was more like here. And that would make sense actually. They just redid this. That's possible. There's a whole bunch of holes. Anyway, let me wash this. It's bothering me. This is a real pain in the butt. You'd think they would make it like in sections, right? I get it. Alright. It's not super straight. I'm gonna shave some of that away from my face. Shave some of that off. Listen. The execution may not be there, okay? But the willpower is. It's a moment of truth, and I gotta be honest, this thing ought to be weighing, I don't know, at least 6 pounds. Okay, so we're gonna have to do a tension fitting. Oops. Alright, what's stopping you here? Big space. Are you all the way in? How could this be curved? This is curved. How is my floor curved? I didn't see that one coming. You know, no project goes without any issue. This is perfectly flush to that. This is lower. And yet again, my floor is not straight. So, let me see if I can put some of those here. And how many do I need to put? One was enough. Alright, and it is curved. Let me show you. And it's not from the rubber, it's the floor. Okay, so I'm perfectly flushed here, you see that? I'm all good, but now I got this gap. So the only thing I can do is get one of those threshold thing. You know, like one of those would look like this basically, right? I think I may have some left over from the vinyl one that I did. Or I filled this up, but I don't really like the way that looks. So let me see if I can find that vinyl thing. If I don't, I'll call it a day and then I'll go buy another one. I just want to see if the vacuum goes through it, okay? What a disappointment. So I could have sworn I had kept a piece of threshold, you know, that's like a little curb thing that bridges gaps from when I did the vinyl floor upstairs and downstairs in the entryway, and I didn't. So basically I have to order it, but I'm still going to try to vacuum. So I'm going to put a piece right here to bridge it. I got to figure out if I want to do it in a pale color or a black color. I think I'm going to do a off color, but basically it's going to look, this is too long. Basically it's going to look like this. All right, it's going to, you can't see it. All right, so it's going to cover the gap. All right, I got to clean up everything. Yeah, the thing is straight. It's the floor that's curved. I can't win, I'm telling you. But I don't even need to affix it. This is heavy. It's just like it stays in place. Once I put the strip right here, it will look nice. The only problem is that because it's grooved, I get dust in it. But since the purpose of it is for the vacuum, I'm going to assume the vacuum is going to take care of it. All right, let me clean up and then we're going to try the vacuum. Okay, so welcome to the kitchen. And the whole purpose here was to see whether or not I can get this vacuum onto the kitchen. So I'm going to pick the room. Let me see. Select room to clean. We're going to do kitchen. And we're going to go and start. Woohoo! Yay! It worked! Where are you going? Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. All right. It now does the kitchen. That's awesome. Okay, so guess what? It worked, and pretty darn happy about that. It was not hard to do, but it took longer than I expected because of the amount of stuff that was there, and I had to chisel at the concrete. But I'm a little disappointed with the kitchen floor not being straight. But then again, I wouldn't expect it to be its tile. You know, I think it's hard to cut. I don't know. But I bought the threshold peel and stick, like, transition between two rooms, and I got a color that's very similar to the floor tile, so I think it's going to transition well rather than doing a black. We'll see. If I don't like it, I'll just get another one. They're inexpensive. I got 6 feet, which is plenty, and again, it's peel and stick, so I don't have to worry about trying to nail it or anything. Hopefully it sticks on pretty well, but this baby just went straight through. And that's all it needed, a longer ramp with an incline that was accessible. So now that it works and I know that I can get it to the kitchen successfully without any issue or help, it's going to transition to the other side of the kitchen, which is the entryway. I'm not going to do that now. I'll do that at a later time during the week. I won't film that either. I just need to put it there, and what that means for me is that my other mop, my vacuum mop from Ozotech, which we still use, I'm gonna have to move it somewhere else because that's too much. And I also have to move the shoe tower. So I have to figure out something else. But I really want it over there because I never wanted it in the living room or the dining room to begin with. The reason why they're there is because the original one really wasn't making it to the kitchen, and then this one only made it a few times, but not every time. So now it's gonna make it to the kitchen every time. I don't have to worry about that. It can be in the entryway, and it will start with the kitchen every night and move on to the other room, which I think is awesome. So my first floor now, Plus the entryway is going to be constantly vacuumed and mopped. Yay! Thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe right here in the corner. Click that bell button so you get notified whenever I post another one of those videos. Those getting things done. Like I said, I have a few more items on my list for the to-do of the entire year, and since there's not a lot of time left, I am focused on finishing those items. So this is one more item I can scratch off my list. Let's see what I get myself into next time. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.